The lights dimmed, the cameras flashed like a storm of falling stars, and in that single electrifying moment the entire atmosphere shifted. No one needed an official announcement. No dramatic soundtrack was required. The energy in the room spoke first, and then he appeared. Jungkook stepped onto American soil once again, not merely as a global pop sensation, not simply as the golden voice of BTS, but as a commanding presence in the world of high fashion. What unfolded that night in the United States was not just a public appearance, it was a coronation disguised as a fashion event. From the very first step, it was clear this was different. The tailored silhouette of his ensemble sculpted his frame with almost architectural precision. The fabric caught the light like polished marble under a cathedral chandelier. Every movement felt deliberate yet effortless. Editors whispered, stylists froze mid-sentence, influencers fumbled their phones trying to adjust focus. And outside the venue, fans, thousands of them, were already chanting something that sent chills through the night air. "Your Majesty, Yang Mulia." The phrase began as a playful cry from international fans, but within minutes it transformed into a declaration. Jungkook did not simply attend the show, he dominated it. American fashion insiders, often reserved and difficult to impress, found themselves leaning forward in their seats. The usual hierarchy of attention, designers first, celebrities second, seemed to collapse. Because when Jungkook walked in, every camera pivoted instinctively toward him. What made the moment so powerful was not just the outfit, it was the aura. There is something uniquely commanding about Jungkook's stage presence that transcends music. In the world of performance, he has long been celebrated for his precision and charisma. But here, under the glimmering lights of a prestigious American fashion event, that same energy transformed into regal composure. His posture was straight, shoulders relaxed yet authoritative. His gaze steady, warm, but undeniably powerful. American media outlets scrambled for headlines before the event even concluded. Social media platforms ignited in real time. Within minutes, his name surged across trending charts in multiple countries. Fans from New York to Los Angeles, from Jakarta to London flooded timelines with clips and close-up shots. The phrase "King Energy" appeared again and again. Yet Yang Mulia resonated differently. It carried reverence, it carried awe. Fashion critics later described his appearance as a masterclass in global influence. Designers privately admitted that having Jungkook in attendance amplified the prestige of the entire evening. There is a rare phenomenon in fashion where one individual elevates a brand simply by wearing it. Jungkook has become that phenomenon. Luxury houses understand this. American audiences witnessed it firsthand. Inside the venue, the reactions were just as intense. Fellow celebrities turned their heads the moment he entered. Some smiled in recognition. Others exchanged subtle glances that seemed to say, "He owns this room." Even seasoned photographers, veterans of countless red carpets, admitted later that capturing Jungkook felt different. "He doesn't pose," one murmured, "he inhabits the frame." As he moved through the space, greeting designers and acknowledging guests with a soft nod, his demeanor balanced humility with grandeur. That balance is perhaps what makes him so magnetic. He does not demand attention. Attention follows him naturally. He does not assert dominance. Presence radiates from him without effort. Outside, fans' chants grew louder. "Yang Mulia," the cry echoed off the building's glass exterior. Security teams struggled to maintain order, not because of chaos but because of sheer excitement. Many had waited for hours, some overnight, just to witness a glimpse of him stepping out of his car. When he finally did, dressed in a look that fused classic tailoring with contemporary boldness, the reaction was immediate and overwhelming. The American fashion scene is no stranger to international icons. Hollywood stars, European royalty, music legends, they have all graced similar events. But Jungkook's impact felt uniquely global. He embodies a generation that does not recognize borders as limitations. His artistry has already transcended language barriers. Now, his fashion presence is dissolving cultural lines just as powerfully. Industry insiders noted how seamlessly he blended into the elite circle of designers and editors. Conversations that might have once required translators now flowed effortlessly. Jungkook's confidence in global spaces reflects years of international touring, award ceremonies, and brand partnerships. Yet there was something newly elevated about this American appearance. It was not just participation, it was command. Clips of his entrance went viral within seconds. Slow-motion edits highlighted the way the coat swayed behind him. Zoomed-in frames captured the subtle glint in his eyes. Fans dissected every detail: the stitching, the jewelry, the choice of boots, the styling of his hair. Analysis videos multiplied across platforms. Reaction compilations gathered millions of views overnight. Fashion commentators praised the look's balance between masculinity and elegance. Jungkook has long challenged rigid definitions of style. In this appearance, he demonstrated that softness and strength can coexist seamlessly. The structured tailoring framed him like armor, yet his expression remained gentle, almost poetic. That contrast created a visual narrative impossible to ignore. The chant of Yang Mulia became symbolic of something deeper. Fans were not merely admiring his clothing, they were recognizing his evolution. From a teenage trainee debuting under bright stage lights to a global cultural force commanding respect in American fashion capitals, Jungkook's journey feels cinematic. Each milestone builds upon the last. Each appearance seems to redefine expectations. Observers noticed how American media personalities who had once viewed K-pop as niche now spoke about Jungkook with genuine reverence. Interviews conducted backstage revealed admiration that extended beyond music. "He understands visual storytelling," one editor remarked. "He doesn't just wear fashion, he interprets it." That interpretation is key. Jungkook approaches fashion the way he approaches performance, with immersion. He studies, absorbs, then embodies. When he walks into a room, he is not separate from the concept. He becomes part of it. That synergy between artist and aesthetic is what makes moments like this unforgettable. Fans outside the venue described the experience as surreal. Some cried, others laughed in disbelief. Many held banners declaring him a king, but unlike hyperbole born from fleeting excitement, this felt earned. Years of dedication, discipline, and artistic growth culminated in that American evening. As the event progressed, cameras continued to gravitate toward him. Even when he sat quietly watching the runway, his reactions were captivating. A slight smile at a dramatic silhouette, a subtle nod at intricate embroidery. The fashion world thrives on spectacle, yet Jungkook's quiet attentiveness created its own spectacle. Analysts later discussed the economic ripple effect of his presence. Brands he wears often experience immediate spikes in searches and sales. American retailers reported heightened interest within hours. Social listening tools captured millions of mentions linked to the event. The numbers were staggering, but perhaps unsurprising. Jungkook's global fanbase is fiercely supportive. When they admire something he wears, they mobilize. Yet beyond fan-driven momentum, there is authentic admiration from industry professionals. Stylists have commented on his understanding of proportion. Designers have praised his adaptability to diverse aesthetics. What made the Yang Mulia chant particularly poignant was its cross-cultural resonance. Indonesian fans popularized the phrase online, and hearing it echo in an American city symbolized something extraordinary: global unity through shared admiration. It was not orchestrated. It emerged organically, a spontaneous tribute. As he eventually exited the venue, pausing briefly to wave at fans, the atmosphere reached a crescendo. Flashbulbs exploded in rapid succession. His expression softened into a grateful smile. That smile, simple yet sincere, seemed to seal the night's narrative. This was not merely a fashion appearance. It was a statement. Jungkook belongs not only on concert stages but in the highest echelons of global culture. The American fashion scene, known for its competitiveness and exclusivity, embraced him not as a novelty, but as royalty. In the days that followed, editorials described his look as one of the most memorable of the season. Commentary panels debated his growing influence in luxury markets. Social media continued to circulate clips of the moment. Fans shouted "Yang Mulia," analyzing the expression on his face when he heard it. There was a subtle flicker of surprise, then amusement, then appreciation. Perhaps even he did not anticipate such a regal reception, yet it fit. It felt aligned with the trajectory of his career. From Seoul to New York, from stadium tour to fashion runways, Jungkook's presence carries weight. He represents a generation of artists who redefine what it means to be global. He is not confined to a single industry. He navigates music, fashion, and cultural diplomacy with equal fluency.